Beginning pilots. Right. Get going here. Apologize, I'm a little late today. Ended the other stream late, so it took me a little while longer to get everything together. But this is going to be a stream about basically the basics of getting in the IL-2 Sturmovik, the airplane that is the that is the titular aircraft of this video game. It is the most produced airplane of military airplane in the world ever. And it's a fun plane to fly. It's a ground attack plane, so even though it kind of looks like a fighter, it's a big plane, it has these thick wings. It's not a fighter, it's a bomber, okay? But you can get air kills with this thing. It has some big 20mm cannons. It has machine guns. Can turn pretty well. And let's do it like that. And it's a plane I like very, very much indeed. So I'm gonna start here. Did I have some? Save this as well. Editing my skin. I updated it, so oh, what did I do there? Is that wrong? That looks wrong there, but maybe it's fine. I guess we'll find out when we load it into the game. I think it's fine. Turn that off. Turn that off. We'll turn that off. And let's start talking about, before I even get into the airplane here, let's get into the airplane first. Let's go a quick mission. I'm choosing the smallest map, the Lapino summer map. It's a free map for everyone who owns the game, I believe. Well, whatever, if you have only Stalingrad, you should be able to load up the Lapino one. But actually, let's go into Stalingrad summer, because I'm not actually 100% sure that's a free map for everyone. I believe it is. It's a very beautiful, very small map. But let's just go for Stalingrad summer 1942. And let's go right around here. IL-2 mod 1941 is the plane that comes with the Battle of Stalingrad. It's the earliest version of the IL-2. There's 3 different versions. There's a 42 and the 1943. They're pretty much the same airplane with some modifications. The big one is 1942 to 1943. They put on a poor, hapless, you know, prisoner who took him from the gulag and made him be a rear gunner on the plane, because that was really dangerous. Okay, that's the main thing. And there's some other differences, obviously, between these two. 1941, 1942. We're just going to go to 1941 one, though, the very first one. And I'm going to edit it. I'm going to put my own skin that I have there. We'll leave it at 100% fuel. And the convergence at 500 meters. And that's about it. I'm not going to put any modifications. We're just going to go with the default 20mm cannon, 420 rounds, and the machine gun 7.6, I think, right? And weather and time, I'll leave, yeah, about 8 in the morning. A little bit of wind, a little bit of turbulence, weather cloudy, low cloud layers, ground targets, everything except air artillery. We don't want to get shot at just yet. And we're going to make sure we're starting parked on the ground here. We're going to go through this. We're going to go through this from the beginning, including some commentary on... I can take it over here now. Where's my mouse? Mouse disappeared. Oh, I'll let it load. Maybe it has to load to get my mouse back. There's my mouse back. Okay, thank you. I'll give mouse back now. Right, and I disable this. Right. So first of all, here, right in the beginning on the briefing, there's this thing called specification, this little tab here, and you can click there, and here you get all the information about the particular airplane, indicated stall speed, 128 to 146 kilometers per hour, in takeoff landing, okay, with your gears and flaps down, with your gear down basically. And then in flight configuration is a little bit higher, so flaps are raised. So it gives you everything here. Dive speed limit 570 kilometers per hour. If you start going up above that, pieces will start coming out of the airplane. 11.5 G load factor. You can pull more than 9 Gs on this thing. It'll stay, you know, it'll stay in one piece. And you have all the ceiling 7,500 meters. And here you go. And a little bit lower, there's all the engine modes, a nominal unlimited time, 2050. These are important numbers right here, and we're gonna find out what we're gonna learn about how to because it's a lot of different numbers for you to remember. Okay, let me change this music real quick because we want to go somewhere a little bit more around here. These in IL-2, if you're doing, it models the engine, and if you mistreat the engine, if you run it too long at too high rotations per minute without opening radiators, or even if you open radiators, it might get too hot. All the airplanes have different settings. The IL-2, this is an important number here. Just scroll down. So you're here right before you start the mission. There's a specification tab. You scroll down and you're going to see all this information. This is an important one. The engine mode and nominal that you can run at unlimited time. You set it there. You don't have to worry about it overheating. It will run. So that's 2050 RPM. Rotations per minute, and 1,180 millimeters of mercury there on the the manifold pressure for mercury. Okay, or I think that's what that stands for, HG. Okay, and if you need boost, like you have a BF-109 after you, you have to put up power, try to turn, get your guns on him, then you can go to 150 RPM and 280 of mercury on the manifold for up to 10 minutes. Okay, but the nominal one is the good one to remember, because then you know you set that there, you look at the numbers, and you'll be good. Go ahead and write that when I'm learning a plane, to actually get it and write it down, because you remember it better. So IL-2 1941. Let's turn the volume down. (1941) is nominal running is nominal engine running is 2050 RPM and 1,180 millimeters of manifold. Okay. All right, let's just I just wanted to remember those two. I mean, another important one before you take off, you want to see what's your rotation speed that you have to get to before you take off. So that should give you down here somewhere. I think there's somewhere here that it tells you the rotation speed, but it's going to be pretty close to the stall speed. So there you go, takeoff speed 150 to 190 kilometers per hour. There's a variation there, and that's because if you're light, gonna be if you're not carrying anything, it's gonna be 150. If you're heavy, you have bombs, you have rockets, you have a full fuel tank, it'll be 190. So that'll, depending on what you're carrying, it'll matter. Landing speed 130 to 140. Okay, that's an important one to remember as well. Might as well write that down now. Landing 130 to 140, and there's features in the IL-2 user interface that help you. There's a little tech chat, and there's this little number of your airspeed, and when the number starts turning white, from red to white, it means that you can pull up if you're taking off. Okay, let's click start. Get in our airplane. Press P. I like to map keys. Okay, first of all, mappings. Okay, let's take a quick look at our airplane. There it is. It's I find it a pretty airplane, the IL-2. You know, it looks a little bit it's a it's a flying tank, but it's quite I find it a pretty good looking airplane. Very functional. Hey, green means go, that's all I know. I'm doing well, Chris. I sent you the BN2. I hope that you enjoy it. And not the BN2, but I sent you the means to get the BN2. All right. Hopefully the exchange rate is correct. I looked it up, dollars to Norwegian kroner, I believe. So yeah, there's our little airplane. We're on the ground. Unlike DCS has Microsoft Flight Simulator has clickable cockpits, IL-2 Sturmovik is it's a study level. It's not a study level flight sim in the sense that it's a clickable cockpit, but it is a study level flight sim in the sense that each of these planes have their own characteristics, and they fly pretty much like the real thing, according to a lot of. Whoa, wrong button, because I have triggered to change to outside to cockpit view Microsoft Flight Sim, and here I have something different. I should probably do that the same. But in IL-2. It abstracts all. They don't have clickable cockpit, so it abstracts all that away. To turn on the engine, you just press E. But then afterwards, you do have to manage the engine power. Okay, you do have like here. Let me turn on the heads-up display, and let's see if I. Oh. Okay, those are the labels. Where's my... Awesome. I'm glad, Walkers. Yeah, stand by. There's something I'm missing here. Basic options. Interface sounds, title, music. Instrument panel. There you go. I don't know why I had turned that off. Okay, so then you have this little instrument panel. This is the nice feature I said. There you go. When that number is red on the bottom left, airspeed that means that it's not the right speed for you to be flying. Okay, so you're gonna be about between 150 and 190 there before you can pull up to take off. First, you have to turn on the airplane. So as I was saying, this sim is very detailed the way the airplanes run, but you don't have a clickable cockpit, so it abstracts that away to the letter E. You press E to turn on. But if you wanted to actually look at how a real IL-2 turns on and compare to what happens here, like everything actually moves. It moves the right way for it to turn it on. If you wanted to compare that, what you would do is strangely, Valkyrie says, strangely not, I won't nick the Norwegian one. Alright. And make your own. If you go to Black Box Simulation site, you go to you find the BN2 Islander, not the one for Flight Simulator X, but the one for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. There is library files with templates. There's a Photoshop template file there for you to download and make your own. Even Internet Control E in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, it's E. You don't even have to press Control. Okay, but let's say that you wanted to go. We wanted to go and see. So, for example, like you know, here's the throttle that moves. Here's my RPM. The RPM in the IL-2 is funny. It's you would think it's this thing here, right? But it's not. Okay, that thing there is. I don't even know what that thing is. Is that the radiator control? Yeah, that's the engine mixture. Okay, that's the mixture. All right, it's already put it to full. That's the throttle. So that's not RPM. That's mixture. That big thing over there. That's mixture. Okay. The RPM is actually this thing over here. This weird brownish thing. That's your RPM. We're gonna put it to max. Pretty slow here. I have this map to a weird. There's something up with one of my mappings here that the RPM it can be pretty slow on some planes, not all of them. The IL-2 is slow. I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna put that almost to 100. For some reason, I'm gonna go to 100 right now. So all this stuff actually moves. Okay, and another nice little touch. Oh, now I'll just steal one from the designs and swap colors. Yeah, that's what I always do. That's how I did mine. I took the basic design, the BN2 Islander. I'm talking to Valkyries here, and I just added something. All right, and all right. So let's say that you wanted to go and compare and contrast how this compares to the real airplane. Like, are these guys really doing their homework here? You know, are they? I mean, spoiler alert, yes they are. It's a lot of we've had like real, you know, fighter pilots fly these things, Soviet ones. You can read about it a bit on the IL-2 site. Look at all that. Look at that awesome whole thing. Awesome. The counterweight on the front. It's just a really nicely modeled, really nice 3D model. Really nicely modeled mechanical simulation of this thing. All right, let's say you wanted to go and compare and contrast what happens when you turn on the cockpit. You can do that by doing this. Okay, Walker says, what I want to try is overriding it so it shows online. That would be cool if you could figure out how to do that. That'd be very interesting to see that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if it's possible. All right, hold up. Alright, so if you wanted to go and check if the IL-2 compared to the real IL-2 Sturmovik, how it compares, you could go to this link right here, which has an illustrated flight manual, and it's been translated into English from the original Cyrillic, the Russian, okay? So this is a pretty awesome thing. It's a really well-designed flight manual. It's like more cartoon style, but it makes it really easy to use. It has like drawings. I love this flight manual. It's one of my favorite flight manuals I found for any airplane in the world. And it's for the IL-2 Sturmovik, you know, the most produced military airplane of all time. think about almost 50,000 made. Okay, so it has like inspection of the airplane. You can go and check all these little details. Okay, to see, you can go outside to see if, for example, the pitot cover. Okay, the right side of the wing. We could go there, go back into the 3D model here, and we can go see if there is a pitot tube there. And one thing that I think I'm not taking into consideration here is that this particular model, I believe this is for the 1942 IL-2. Yeah, this is a 1942, I think. There you go, 1942. So we have the 1941, so there will be some differences here. Okay, for example, I didn't see that pitot tube over there. Let's see. The pitot tube is on the right side there. So maybe the pitot tube was added on the other one, because I'm not, or is that it? I think that's it. It's that big thing right there. It looks like a gun, you know, but it's not. That's the pitot tube. Okay, here, let me press F11, I think. Then I can move really close. I don't know the command to slow down the slew view here, but we can just do it like this for now. We can try to get close to that pitot tube there for us to see. Oh, someone knows how to slow down the slew view. I would have. That's the pitot tube. That's not a gun. This is what measures the air pressure and stuff. And here it is. All right, in this manual. I only know yes, no, and grandmother. Translated. I won't show my colors, but make Flight Simulator think it's the one I based it on. Translated. I like that. Cool. I only know yes, no, and grandmother, and manuals look like you wanted to read them back then. Yeah, this is the kind of manual I would love to read. As time went on with human beings, we've become too obsessed with mathematics and with writing, and we've lost quite a bit of our ability to draw and stuff because people don't give it as, the education systems don't give it as much focus as math and writing. But it's a great loss because drawing is part of our abilities, and it's very, 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 very incredibly valuable and potent learning tool to just draw. You look at Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks. He didn't just write; he drew. It was combined, drawings combined with text. Probably I mean, of course, you got video, but if you learn out of electricity, you got a problem, all right? If you don't have a computer. But drawing and text, one of the most powerful, in my opinion, learning tools. Okay, communication tools. So this is lovely because there's drawings in this manual, and we can compare it to the real airplane. All right. Obviously, not everything. We're not going to be able to open the bomb bays when we're on the ground. I don't think. Maybe you can do that. I don't know if there's a key for that. Chipa, I have started up Sven von Nollenfeld as my campaign war hero for Zarike. Awesome, man! I'm so happy that you're gonna try it out. That is so cool. I'm so happy. And Valkyrie says, no wonder it took the Scandinavian 7 to 8 hours for first solo. Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl fighter race for here. Stand by. I'm gonna, to show this, I'm gonna have to turn off the, you're gonna have to see me really big here, and I apologize because I'm gonna turn on the focus, okay? And see my green screen, you can see the track IR in front there. But let me turn on the autofocus so I can actually show you this stuff. This is a very good book. I like this book a lot. This is a book. There it is. This is Roald Dahl, okay? Was he Swedish or Norwegian? I don't remember, but you know, a human being. It's an excellent book. It's called Going Solo. There's a little picture of a hurricane there because guess what? Roald Dahl is not an excellent author. He's also a fighter race. He was a fighter race flying in North Africa and Greece. Shot down some Ju-88s, some Bf-109s flying his hurricane. He was really tall, so he had to bend his legs. But excellent book, Going Solo by Roald Dahl. It's the second part of his autobiography. The first one is called Boy. Very good book. I like it a lot. And Shiva says, Kampfschwader 100. All right, what are you flying, Shiva? BF-109, a Stuka, a Focke-Wulf. Iceberg says, oh my god, with the full screen mode, I think my first monsters dive every time I started. Can you turn it to window mode? IL-2 is a little finicky, I admit. It drives me nuts. Like, for example, I'm gonna alt-tab now, okay? I'm gonna alt-tab to, you can't tell right now, but the frame rate now too goes down when you alt-tab, so, and this sort of thing happens. I don't know why, I hope they fix it at some point. But that is a problem. I think I have it in windowed mode. I'm not sure because we can't really change graphic settings when you have the game on. You have to restart it or something. So it's an older engine, okay? It's not going to be like Microsoft Flight Simulator and stuff. Sounds like dodgy resolution. What Craze says, and Iceberg says, when I used the same resolution, my monitor was way bigger. Even if it was windowed, I cannot see a title bar. Weird, yeah. I don't know what to say there, Iceberg. There is a forum with tech support. You can ask there. I can try to help you a little later if you like, okay? Wildcray says, born British but Norwegian parents. Cool, all right. I think it talks about, in the beginning of the book, a Norwegian grandfather who lost his arm or something. Terrible. Yeah, but wonderful book because it also has pictures, okay? It has pictures that he took himself with. He was a photographer. It has pictures. It has pictures of correspondence, and it has pictures of him going to Africa, and arriving in Africa, and the people he met. So, and like his logbook, all this great stuff in this book. It's a short book. It's not very long, but excellent book. I recommend it. Going Solo by Roald Dahl. All right. Okay, let's go. All right, HE111, H6. Wow. All right, so you're going bomber, huh? Nice. I will try, but it seems I can't make it. No worries, Iceberg. There's no rush. This I'm just doing like a tutorial stream here. There's gonna be many more. This is I'm just putting some links to some resources and stuff. And the first one is, if you're just arriving now, there's this wonderful manual of a 1942 model of the IL-2 Sturmovik, the titular. The IL-2 is the game that the airplane that the game takes its title for. So I thought I would start here of this flight tutorial. Okay. And you can go and you can check this manual, what's going on, and it's really great because it has lots of these little details. Okay, check if there's any necessary objects. Magneto switched off. We can come back to the plane and see where the magneto is. There it is. It's all Cyrillic. You're in a cockpit, so you're gonna have to but there it is. There's the magneto, but the nice thing about this manual, it's been translated into English. Someone did. I don't know who did that, but you can come in here, check the details, and read it in English. So you don't have. I mean, if you're Russian, obviously great, but a lot of people don't speak Russian, so it's nice to have it in English here. And there's all these put feet in the pedals under the fat. There's all these little details you can see that they don't have the fasteners here. Okay, they don't model everything, but it's pretty well done. And you should be able to go through this whole manual here and turn the plane off and take off. It's very long. You can see how long this thing is here. There's like I don't know how many pages. These are just images here. I think you can find a PDF somewhere. I probably have a PDF somewhere. Check in preparation of the radio transmitter, all this stuff, and this I think is on the right side here of the radio transmitter. I don't remember if it's over there. This thing. This is a 1942 model. The manuals for 1942 model. This is a 1941, so it's probably a little bit different, some of the things compared to the manual. All right. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to say. Second thing I wanted to say, okay, I was talking about how in the beginning you can click on specifications and see, it's important IL-2 to keep in any game really, but this one specifically, to keep a note of what's the highest RPM you can keep your power at. Okay, and let's see if there's something about that in the manual. Gonna be like, and there's also guides on gunnery, I think, and bombing here and stuff like that. Okay, here we go. Where's the RPM? Let's see. Okay, so There's the oil temperature, all that stuff. Where is the RPM? Oil pressure. Throttle up 6. Okay, there it is. 1 to 9. I don't speak Cyrillic, but let's see. I think the RPM, that stuff, I think is going to be one of these here. I think it's this one. Let's see if you can read it. No, also something. I think that one maybe. Hey Galaxia, you're wearing your awesome shirt. I am. I only have one of this, so you know I have to wash it. Even though I can't transmit smells here, I do want to try to stay clean myself. All right. Thanks for dropping by. I will do Fallout, I believe later today. I know it's been a while, but I've been talking about it. Okay. I think that's. I don't know if that's the RPM now. It doesn't have the same ease of use as IL-2 Sturmovik. Let's just start it up, okay? I'm gonna press E here. Now turn on text chat. So you can, if you look down, you can see a bunch of switches moving and stuff. It's simulating what you would actually do to turn it on. Let's see, it's pumping. There's priming the engine a little bit. That valve turned. There's the amperes, I think. That's the electricity. And it's always more challenging to fly an airplane that I do have to put my mixture to full, I think. Alright. Let's open the radiator as well. Let's close the cockpit. Let me turn off or put down the volume. Okay. Okay, so let's see which one of these is RPM. Let's try to find out. I think probably that one. I think that's RPM. Okay, so you can check all this stuff. Throttle engine up to 600 to 700 RPM. That's 1,000 there. It's about 1,000, I think. Okay, and I think that thing above it is manifold pressure. I'm not sure. I think this here is manifold pressure and that is RPM. Okay, we're gonna find out. That's altitude, I believe, and that's probably altitude and that's probably airspeed. Gonna find out again. Can't smell you anyway. I know. Yeah, I could wear this all the time, but you know what? If I'm not smelling so good, I'll probably make some funny faces and I won't be as happy. All right, so that's the first resource I wanted to share here with you. This this link of this flight manual. I'll put it one more time here. You can find this flight manual. It's for the 1942 model. We're flying the 1941 model of the IL-2, but it's still there. Okay, second thing. All right, let's say that you're lazy. You don't want to remember all these numbers, and you want. But you want to have them as a reference in the you want to have them as a reference ready for you to see in the cockpit. Okay, another resource I'm going to share with you here. See how they have this picture here? Currently there's my uncle to the left there, Alan. There's my grandfather, Frank, and there's my dad, Peter, to the right there. That picture is taken in Brighton. You can put your own pictures in the cockpit. There's a way to do that, but you can, if you're learning an airplane, it's nice to be able to put a checklist, and someone called a J.G. Varnes put together a file you can download of all these checklists, and you just follow the instructions there, and then instead of a picture, and you set that as your custom picture when you're learning the airplane, then instead of a photo there, you will see the a checklist, you know, the takeoff speed, landing speed, engine RPM for continuous running so you don't overheat the engine, all that stuff, and it has it for all the airplanes, I believe. So you can just pick the airplane you want, and then that'll appear over there. Okay, I don't have it right now, but I wrote down that my continuous RPM for engine running when we're flying, not when we're down in the air, is going to be 2050. and 1180 of manifold pressure. Okay, I think I have my water radiator open. Let's take a look. Oil radiator, let's open it all the way as well, and water radiator, so that, and what this does, if you go to the outside view of the airplane, you can actually see things moving. See that box under there? That's like I think the water radiator, or both. I think that's the oil and the water. You can't see it from here so well, unless I really go to another view that tries to get underneath the airplane here, but it's easier to see when we're flying, because it's with this new view I can't go lower than the ground. Okay, but you can see that moving, as you can see the shutters moving as you open and close the water and radiator and all that stuff. Okay, so I have them both open. All right, so that's the second resource I want to share. The third resource I want to share is if you're starting out of IL-2 Sturmovik, there's a lot of mappings to open these radiators or all this stuff if you want to fly in the full real service. And some other kind individual created this, I forget the name, but there's a link to the discussion forum there. They created this spreadsheet, which has 3 tabs here, all key controls. Okay, it shows you what everything does in a spreadsheet format, and then plane specific controls. Like, for example, if Shipa is getting to know the BF, the HE111, you can come here and see what you need for each plane. Like, for example, if I'm the IL-2 here, I can go and see up here on the top IL-2 mod 1941, and then I can go down here and see what controls I need to map. Because some planes you have to map a bunch of other stuff, like the P-47, for example. Others you have to map less. So that's another resource for you to check out there. And okay, let's take off here. Okay, I wrote a little blog post about taking off with some suggested changes to, if you're playing with a keyboard, you don't have like 2 million buttons. If you have a stick but then the keyboard instead of a throttle, this is how I had set it back then. Now it's a little different, but it's still applicable. You can follow this tutorial, be able to take off. Okay, let's just try to take off here. First thing first, brake, I think. Was that Control B? Let's see. No. Control T. Okay, tail wheel. Alright, let's just go forward. Pause my brake. I'm gonna look at my own tutorial because I've flown the IL-2 for a while, okay? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, water radiators, propeller RPM, T. Okay, I don't think there is a... Oh, there we go, wheel brake. Okay. So I managed to change the graphics back to window mode in the start of configuring the folder data. Awesome. That's good to know that you managed to fix it by changing the graphics back to window mode in the start of configuring the folder data. Okay, cool. I was gonna tap the brake here. Let's give it some power. RPM is maximum, I believe. Almost maximum, and she's gonna start slowly moving. Okay, this game does simulate how the airplane moves on the ground. There's a setting for how bumpy you want it to be, because this game, a lot of people don't realize, has tanks too. So we have tanks here, and she starts moving. Okay, the tail wheel is locked now. Okay, when you unlock the tail wheel, look what happens. Okay, I'm gonna unlock the tail wheel now. Tail wheel is released, starts turning, because that engine, the propeller there is turning, and it's going to this thing called P factor. Okay, and this the torque, since the engine is moving one way, the airplane is going to want to move the other way. That's why helicopters have another little propeller in the back, so it prevents them from just spinning around on their own on the main propeller axis. But when the tail wheel is unlocked, you're going to start turning, and you're going to have to use left rudder and brake. You're going to have to tap the brakes and use left rudder to keep her going the way you want to go. And it's very challenging when you start a IL-2 to get the flaps up, to even taxi the airplane. The trick is go slow. That's number one. Use rudder opposite the direction your plane is trying to turn, and tap the brakes. Don't just stomp on the brakes, but tap them. Okay. I'm not live right now, Iceberg. This is just a tutorial mission in a single player game, but afterwards we can, if you find a training server, if you go to multiplayer and dogfight, I can create a cooperative mission. We can try to do it together, okay? But this one I'm just gonna do a quick takeoff and landing, and then afterwards we can try to meet up. Alright. So yeah, so I'm gonna keep moving. I can lock the tail wheel again. I just mapped it to T, so it's one press. Oh no, I have Control T, I think. I'm Control T. The tail wheel is locked. When you lock the tail wheel, it still want to pull to one side, but the tail wheel will be locked and it won't pull as much. You know, some planes are different than others. Each plane has its own characteristic. Okay, I'm gonna unlock it again now. Let's try to get to the runway here. I don't even know where the runway is. This is a World War II airplane. The runway might just be like a field. Okay, see how it's... I lost control there, and that's the tail wheel's free. It's just gonna go around in its axis, but the wheels are pretty far apart in the IL-2, so not like the Spitfire that you'll lose an aileron by hitting the tip of the wheel. Since the wheels are pretty far apart on the wing, you'll generally just do a little tango dance, okay, with your airplane by yourself. Right, we can pretty much point anywhere. Let's see if there is a runway here. See, again, I'm going too fast. I'm not holding the brake. I'm just going around. So this is one of the most challenging things for beginning players. They can't even take off because of this mechanic let's lock the tail wheel again. Let's move a little forward so it's pointing forward. Now I'm gonna lock it. But you're still gonna, if you taxi too fast, there's gonna be enough prop wash hitting that tail back there and enough torque that you are going to want to spin around. Okay, if you lock the tail wheel, it helps a bit, but you're still going to want to put that left rudder there on this on the IL-2, and you want to tap on the brakes. All right, there's a control tower there. Let's approach the control tower. I think that's where the runway is. You can zoom in with scroll wheel, but if you hold right mouse button, you can zoom all the way out and get really far. You hold right mouse button, then move mouse forward and backwards. Okay. So let's approach the tower. There's a windsock. This game does model wind, so you're going to there's a windsock there, and we're gonna find out what direction the wind is. I think there's a windsock up there. Calma, Apollo. My cat is so needy today. Que tem, gato? I think he's tired of me streaming and talking to myself, aren't you, Apollo? Come here to the stream and visit. Rabinho. Okay. Alright, how should I start for the first mission? Okay, first mission, yeah, opposite rudder pretty much. Okay, so if you're turning to the right, you want left rudder. Okay, if your plane is pushing that way, you want left rudder. Calma, gato. Alright, this is, I would do this, Iceberg. Here you go. I'll share with you another resource. I would follow the instructions here, pick your plane, and follow that campaign, see if it works. If it doesn't, let me know. IL-2, whenever it's updated, sometimes old missions need to be updated before they can work. All you have to do is open them in the mission editor and go and resave them, and they will work. But I assume that the person who makes those missions is taking care of that. If not, let me know and I can write a tutorial about that. But this link that I just shared with you should have a mission for almost all planes in the game. A little campaign that teaches you takeoff, flight, landing, you know, attack, all sorts of stuff. Okay. Oh, if the plane turns when you don't want it to, that makes sense. Yeah. So basically, if the plane starts turning, like if I just release my controls here, I'm going to unlock the tail wheel. Or even I'll just leave it on. I'm going to put full power. I'm not touching the rudder, okay? Plane's going to want to turn left. So it's turning left now, left. It's turning right now, left rudder to counteract the right tendency of the turn. Okay, there's the Calma Apollo. Here's the windsock. It's just a little bit of wind, not too much. So I'm gonna unlock the tail wheel again, and now I'm gonna give power. I'm gonna try to turn back to the beginning of the runway here. Easy way, Iceberg, go to quick mission. If you want to do a mission without having to follow those instructions in that forum, just go to quick mission and pick an airplane, select parked. So you start from the beginning, and you can follow you can follow these instructions here. Look, I'll just let the airplane dance a little bit. You can follow these instructions here if you want. You don't have to change the controls like I did, but you can. That's up to you, obviously. Okay. If the plane turns when you don't want it to, that makes sense. Yeah, did the props rotate the other way back then? Thought it turning left was what these things turn to do. I don't know, to be honest with you. This one, I'm not sure what direction this prop is turning. It's turning right. No. It might depend on the engine on the airplane. I don't know if there's one that I can't really tell what direction this prop is turning, okay? There is wind as well. There is wind simulated. There's a windsock there. I put just a little bit of wind. You can see the windsock over there. And you can set in the quick mission if you want a lot of wind, a little wind. There's some little trucks coming. We're going to take off and try to shoot a couple of them. In the quick missions, you have these little trucks, and there's an update coming to the built-in quick mission generator, which is going to make it more powerful. I'm really excited about that, because it's really good physics and ballistics, this video game, alright? And by the way, Wildcraze, if seeing all this you change your mind, I will still give you since you got the BN2, I will just give you the standard Battle Stalingrad. If you want, just let me know, okay? Alright, I don't have that flickering when tabbing out. Then maybe I'm gonna have to do what you did to try to fix it, because I always have that flickering and it drives me a bit crazy here. When I alt tab like this, see, it flickers. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, the tire track is really cool because this game also has tanks, so they have modeling of you know, the landscape gets affected by your airplane or your tanks and stuff. Best damage modeling of any game I've ever played, really. All right, let's get to the runway. It's over here. And if the sound levels are off, just please let me know if you want more music or if the engine's too loud, or if my voice is too loud. I'd always appreciate when people say, hey, this is, you know, not good right here. And it's full VR capability, this game. Apparently it's amazing in VR. I've never played it in VR before. And it has cool things like you can open the window, and then you can lean your head out the window to look where you're going. Stuff like that. You can stand up and look above. If you're going at a certain airspeed, if you're flying, it won't let you put your head out the window because, you know, your eyes would get probably pushed into their sockets or something. And it has flyby views, which I love, with one click. Alright. Alright, so everything is at max here. I think, let's see, engine RPM is at max. See, Iceberg, I have a secret agenda here. The real reason I want you to come to this flight sim is for you to learn all the new things and teach me how to become a better pilot here. Alright? I like the title. I can't hear the flight attendant getting ready for surfing. Alright. Okay, is my tail wheel locked? No. Let's unlock it. And let's spin it around. Just tapping the brake now. I'm holding the brake and putting left rudder to turn the airplane. Let's move the mouse so we can see where we're going. I'm gonna point to the left, the end of the runway. It kicks up dust, all this good stuff. Alright. That looks pretty good. A little bit more maybe, but that's fine. We'll be able to, once you catch a little speed, we'll be. Let's roll it a little forward so the tail wheel back there, it's pointing forward. Because look, when you turn, the tail wheel stays pointing in another direction. You can see a little tail wheel there. Let's put it forward a bit, roll it so the tail wheel is pointing forward. Now I'm going to lock the tail wheel again. Oh. That's fine. And now I'm going to put full power. And I'm gonna keep giving left rudder because the airplane wants to go to the right. I'm pressing on the left rudder right there. I'm pressing left rudder, okay? With my twist stick here. There you go. You see that number on the bottom left? When it starts getting white, you can pull up, okay? 160, 170. There you go. It's that's at speed right there. Now let's pull up slowly, slowly. Now you press the gear. Here's a cool thing of the IL-2 of the gear. When that little thing on the wing is upright, okay, it's called a soldier, it means the gear is down. I'm gonna press gear, and you're gonna see that thing move. There it is, it's moving. Now the gear is up. When that thing disappears, the gear is up, okay? That's a little visual indication there. Just gonna, you can close the cockpit, but then there's also this armor that makes it very hard to see over to the right here, so I kind of like to leave it open. And then another important thing to set if you never played these type of games before is trim. You can see on the right there the pitch trimmer, and this, basically these are these controls. Where is it? Where's my trim controls? I don't know. Oh, here you go. In the IL-2, this little weird, like, twisty thing, okay? This is trim. So I pull that, and that moves this little tab in the stabilizer back there to keep the airplane going forward, to adjust the flight path of the airplane, okay? Alright, what this thing here does, what this thing here, which I've mapped to hat switch, up, it moves the nose down, back, it moves the nose up. Alright, so let me pause track IR 1 second. Alright, up, move the nose down. Oh, which one is it? That one. Up on the hat switch moves the nose down. Down on the hat switch moves the nose up. Okay, and what that's doing is it's moving this thing over here, which is the pitch trimmer, and what this thing is doing when you move it is, let me go back, let's stand by. Let me put it in continuous mode. The engine, okay, what had I said in the beginning of the stream? Normal operation, 2050 RPM, so the RPM I believe is this. No, I think it's that one down there. Stand by, let me just trim her so that... First thing, aviate, fly level. Okay, so let's aviate. Now let's look at the RPM. It's that one there, 220, okay, 220, about there, that's continuous mode. 2020 is a little bit odd. There's a clock of the small one is like the 1,000, so we're at 2,000, and the small one is 100, so we're at 2,050, okay, more or less. A little bit lower. I think that I may be misreading that, but that's the RPM gauge. And the manifold pressure, we want 1180 millimeters. I don't know. I think manifold. If that's RPM, that might be manifold. Yeah, that's manifold pressure right there. I think you can see when I'm moving the throttle, it moves the manifold. So let's just leave it at 10. Okay, and that should be continuous running. And it will tell you on the little tech chat on the right when you move all this stuff. First engine throttle. See if I put like the RPM up, then it'll say boosted mode, so it will help you over there. So as soon as we put a continuous mode and we look here, then we know we're about yeah, 1,000 something there, and that should be fine. Okay. So as I was saying, that trim thing, that thing that spins there, what it does is it moves these little trim tabs right here on right next to the tail wheel. You see these, this is the elevator that moves up and down, but within that there's also these little trim tabs that move. You can see on the top there. It's like basically another mini flap on the elevator control surface that adjusts the angle of the flight attitude of the airplane. Okay. Awesome. Taking flak, mayday, mayday, pre-German boy hit. We're gonna have to do some co-op missions, people. All right. And Iceberg, I'm gonna try the thing you said, so I can eliminate that flickering when I alt tab, which drives me crazy. I haven't found out a solution. Okay. All right, so let's turn back towards our airfield. Let's open the window here so we can see a little better. And stick our head outside. Really fun game to just fly in, I find. I wish we could fly all over Earth in this game engine as well. Okay, you have a little mini map. You can press M to make it larger or smaller. We could take a look at shot at some of those trucks or those artillery if we want. Let's see, which one is the cannon? That's machine gun? That's cannon, okay. Cannons and machine guns in this built into the airplane here. Here, right on that cloud there, bottom right of the screen, you can see the trim tabs, okay? And I'm gonna put them forward. I'm gonna put them back so we go nose up. There, now they're pointing back. Those I can't point the mouse at them, but and it's hard to. I can't go F11 view here. It's easier to do it on the ground, but. And there's the radiator. I'm gonna close the radiator now. Turn on check chat to make sure it's happening. First engine water radiator. See that that big box there under the airplane, the top closed? That's the water radiator. And I'm gonna open again. Now it's open. Okay, that's the water, and then now it's the oil. That's the bottom one. That's closed now. And I'm gonna open it. That affects speed, that affects engine temperature. I just keep it open. You know, I'm not gonna win any awards racing of this airplane. Unless you really want to try to push the performance, I just pretty much leave this halfway open or something when you're flying. Tiger destroyed. Good job, Sheepa. An applause for Sheepa playing Attitude Sturmovik for the first time today, I believe. He's not here with me, but maybe tomorrow or something, or later, we'll be able to do some flights together. Alright. Let me move this all the way here so it's not on the way there as well. Alright, I map generally a button to first person to cockpit view. I map a button to see from outside the airplane. I map a button for flyby view to my stick because I love those views so much that I just like flying with them, you know. If you put your head out the window, your goggles get wet. I showed this yesterday. With obviously with the window open, okay. Very nice feeling of flight. Like you're there. Alright, let's see what those little ground targets, maybe we can blow up one or two. There's some artillery up front here. There's mission editor that comes with the game. It's a very complicated one, but very, very powerful. So you can make your own missions if you want. I have my convergence out at 500 meters where the gun's pointing out. Oh, and there you go, they're firing. Those artillery is firing, okay. Let's make them stop firing. Let's take some shots. It's just a quick mission here. Go back on the RPM and the throttle. Slow down a bit. Very helpful, this little range in meters. You can switch to feet if you want, but in meters, we're about 500. Let's fire now. Got it. One, okay. It can give you a nice sense of speed. Flying low to the ground here. Let's go up. I think a new campaign is in order. Bombers are okay, but I feel so sitting duck. Yeah, HE-111 is a sitting duck, dude. Here's a hammerhead. Oh, let's switch back to the view. There's a time limit on the flyby view. Whoa! Okay, I guess that's what those artillery are shooting at. There they are. They're shooting over here. It models ground battles, all this stuff. You can control tanks. You can control some anti-aircraft artillery. All right. And if you get hit by one of these things, I've been hit by artillery before in an airplane. Crazy stuff happened in this game. Very important to map a zoom button to your stick if you haven't before. Oh! Almost hit the tree, missed the guy. Alright, and later I'm going to, on that IL-2 Flight Joy, I'm going to add all these links that I've shared here in case you missed them. I'm going to add them to that blog post to the bottom of it. I'm going to put here some resources because some of those only came out. I only found out about them really after I wrote that blog post, so I should update it of all these resources I've been mentioning here. But I suggest, I mean, you pick the plane you like, you know, but I really like the IL-2. I find a good plane to learn because it's quite a docile plane. It won't stall terribly on you. It's nice and stable gun platform. You know, you can do some ground attack missions. You can shoot down other planes if you want. And stable gun platform, that's always helpful. But nice airplane. All right, and now let's go in for a landing. Splash one, Stuka Zufus. All right, let's see. Where's the airfield? Ooh, and we have a friendly by those other guns there. Let's maybe shoot. Let's maybe take out both guns to consider this a mission accomplished here. Both those artilleries that are close to our friendly there. Let's go really low now. Let's just skim the ground. Right rudder. Couldn't get him. The Stuka Zufus, a German giant bomb artillery rocket kind of thing. Stuka's a fun plane to fly in this. Dive bomber. You can put these giant guns on it. You can click on modification. You can put these like 37mm cannons or gun pods, and then that thing becomes like a can opener flying in the sky. Good track IR getting thrown. Makes big craters, yeah. Oh, having trouble with that one. Oh, and there's a there's a demonstration of the damage modeling. All right, I took out my propeller, of course. A very common occurrence here at Hypertext Hero. So let's put our gear down and let's go for a landing. I'm going between those trees there. Gonna leave the flaps up. Landing speed, if I remember correctly, was what? 130 to 140 or something? Let's try to hold off until we get on the speed there. I'll show you from an outside view, okay? There you go, there you go. Oh, and there goes a wheel. There's a nice demonstration of the damage modeling that I like so much. We lost one wheel, but we're fine. All right. All right. We'll fire a flare. Oh, through the window. Okay. Another one. Good side up progress, copy that. I see it from far away, let's see. So these flares actually have a utility. In some missions, you know, they signal the flare, so if like an enemy airplane is coming towards the airfield, one color flare is gonna shoot up and the guns are gonna start a fire, alright? Alright, what time is it? Okay, let's finish this one. Alright. Do you want to try to log in? Do you want to try to fly something together here? I'm gonna show you another resource. The game is moddable. There are the game keeps like writes logs. You can it has the built-in campaigns, but you can also have third-party campaign generators, and there's a third-party mission builder that I'm going to show you right now. We're going to try to set up a mission with it. Okay. IL-2, let me go to hypertexthero.com. That's where I put a lot of these links at hypertexthero.com, okay? Let's see if we can find it. I'll just go /what IL-2, and then everything I tagged IL-2 will be there. There it is. Easy mission generator. So this thing here, there's an update coming that is going to make the built-in IL-2 Sturmovik quick mission generator more powerful. In the meantime, there's this thing that it's a separate utility. And this also creates cooperative missions, alright? I'm in mission blowing up Russians, need to land this thing, no idea how I'm framing the gunner if it goes wrong. Copy, Shiva, but I'm gonna try to start a mission here and see if someone wants to join. They're welcome to, otherwise I'll just fly it myself, no problem. I don't know if I have the latest version. Let me see. IL-2 co-op. Do I have that in programs? Let's take a look. Programs. Easy mission generator version 052. Alright, let's fire it up. Don't know if I have to run as administrator or not. Let's just try running. Hey, down for a mission if it works. Let's try it, Mort. This is, I'm gonna use a easy mission generator, what I just posted there. Not the campaign, to just try to make it a bit easier. Let's see if it works, okay? I'm just gonna call this Hyper Text Hero Co-op Aerodrome, okay? And save config, and let's okay, let's create a, let's put a situation. Do you want to fly a hurricane, Mort? You're talking about a hurricane before. Let's stay in Rhineland, which is the Battle of Bottom Plate map. Let's put some few clouds, wind. I'll just leave random. No haze, no rain or snow. I'll leave enemy targets on map, and let's put yeah, 1942 is fine. Late morning is fine. Start location, click randomize for both enemies and ourselves. Okay. Scenario, game type, cooperative. Is this showing up in this? It's a little hard to see. I don't know how to zoom in with my screen in an easy way yet. So coming objectives per side, just leave one. Normal, allied, ambient. I'll leave everything normal. Our country, let's give ourselves a hurricane. Oh wait, I think maybe we have to give ourselves Russia if we want to use the hurricane. Is that right? I'll put, maybe the map won't let me. That's kind of annoying. Okay, plane sets. Here we go. Now I have all of them. All planes. All planes. Copy. Clear. All planes. Add. I have to select them all. Here we go. Add. Save. Okay, now I should be able to pick the hurricane and go even in any map I want. Took off in a P-51. Awesome, Iceberg. All right, let's see if it let us choose the. It's not. This is not let it. Maybe it's by map. 1941 or something. Let's try a different. Let's just go with the Stalingrad to keep it simple. Let's see. Here you go, hurricane. Okay, so it doesn't. You see, this kind of annoys me because I know that they want to do it historically, but I wanted to get a plane and fly on any map I want. I don't care if it's historical or not, really. I just want to play the video game. Okay, so I wish it would let me. A lot of these things would just be even if it's an option that's like, you know, fiction, so that you don't have to worry about planes. I want to take up a Miami 262 against some Bristow F2Bs. I'd be allowed. Okay. You can't do it in the quick mission builder, okay? But this, we're trying to do a cooperative mission. The quick mission builder doesn't build cooperative missions right now, so that's why we're doing it. Okay, let me jump into Discord as well, because Mort's gonna jump up. Hey Mort, do you read me?
Loud and clear. You read me?
I read you loud and clear. All right, let's just put the two of us, and we'll leave a couple of other hurricanes out there as well. I'll put them veteran, maybe regular. Okay, and ourselves. I'm just gonna randomize this stuff for the enemies, and Okay, situation, file, scenario, cooperative, objectives, mount 2 planes in blue flight, that'll be us. Okay, I think that's all fine. Create mission. Generating. And let's see if this works today. The other day, once it worked, and once it didn't work, then I opened up ports so that I can host and other people can see my computer from outside the internet, and then it worked. And then the last time we tried it didn't work. I suspect it may have had something to do with the way the other thing I was using, Pat Wilson Campaign Generator, was saving the mission. Okay, let's see if this one works. Mission has been created, and it should be automatically put. And close this now. If I go into IL-2, if I go to multiplayer, I think it's going to be in cooperative. Take a look. I don't remember. Create server. Hypertext Hero Co-op Aerodrome. There it is. I'm gonna clear, and I'm gonna add this one to add this one that just creates a rotation. Clear quantity. I'll just put myself and Mort right now. And if someone else wants to join later, let me know. Or tomorrow, maybe it'll be better because probably all figuring this stuff out as we go along. Available restriction injections. I'm not password. I'm gonna put. Yeah, the same one. I'll just say it here more to. Wait. Yeah, the same one as before.
Sure.
It starts with G.
Yep, all good.
Got it. Okay, let's realism. Yeah, I'll leave it custom. Let's put navigation markers on. And all right. Continue. Let's see if it'll let us occupy a hurricane and fly a cooperative mission in IL-2, created with the easy mission generator. Iceberg took off in a P-51. There's a P-51 coming out for Microsoft Flight Simulator at some point, I believe. The fun thing about having the same planes in a lot of different games, you can learn in one and then you can sort of compare and contrast how it behaves on the other. The next time DCS goes on sale, I am gonna get... I still haven't decided, but I'm gonna get a plane. Alright, I'm gonna click to occupy the first one more.
Okay, just seen the server now, joining.
Copy. Just
Password is all lowercase, yeah?
Yeah, all lowercase should be. And if you want to start a new co-op hurricane campaign mode, I'd be very happy to do that. Gonna at some point, if you want to send me a skin, if you will get one, if you work on one, I can set it to be your skin and stuff like that.
That could be cool. I think I'm having the same problem I had yesterday.
Still, it's not working.
No, I'm gonna give it a minute, see if it actually crashes out with it without anything else.
All right. So
I mean,
odd.
it's possible something my end.
Most likely something my end because.
Yeah, I mean you're hosting, but I don't know.
If you want to jump in here, someone else wants to jump in to help test the server is.
We could get somebody else to confirm.
The server is called Hypertext Hero, I think Co-op Aerodrome, and the password is good. If that doesn't work, can you try Jolly? Maybe it was. I think it's good because I think it was only.
Yeah, it didn't reject my password, so.
If you want to try and come and help me test this, and you want the game, you go into IL-2, you click on multiplayer, you click cooperative. And you look for a server called Hypertext Hero Co-op Aerodrome. The password is good. And if you can do that, and if you can click on Occupy one here. Brute force, yeah. You know, if it doesn't work, just open it up to the whole internet. I'm up for that. People said I would love to jump in. I'm a dirty genocidal German though. I don't know if I can create a cooperative mission with this that has players on both sides. But how about let's do this. Mort, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna create a new mission. Let's just take some BF-109s up. Default BF-109 so Sheepa can try to join. Okay, let me try it again. Let's see. I'll run it as administrator so that maybe that does something. Mission name, Hypertext Zero Cooper Aerodrome BF-109. Let's fly some. Let's fly some Stukas. I think the Stuka was in the Stalingrad one. Let's take off of some Stukas.
I don't think I've flown a Stuka. That'd be fun.
Let's try some Stukas. Save config. Let me go situation. Okay, file scenario cooperative. Clear side both. Okay, maybe that will let us select whatever plane we want. But let's just put Stuka. Player side axis. Scenario randomize player type any. Oh. All planes. Bombers axis. Add. A little confusing this. Add. Just gonna add all the planes. It'll make my computer come to grind to a halt, but we'll... All right. So, okay. I think that should be correct. Server will get overloaded. Let's find out if it does. Hey, thank you for the follow. Oh, you're probably a bot. If you're not a bot, type something in chat. So I know you're not a bot. Otherwise, you're probably a bot, Haas. But if you're not, thanks for the follow. If you are a human, please just type something in chat. Okay. Create mission. Let's see what happens. Server will probably get overloaded. I don't know. I don't have experience with IL-2 mission building for cooperative missions. I don't know if you put like all the different things. If it'll make my computer grind to a halt. The Iceberg is probably correct about this, but we're gonna check it out. Right. Let me resaving here. And if this doesn't work, we can just pick a random server.
Yeah,
and
I'm just doing a quick bit of research because I just tried to join another co-op game and it failed also. So
all right,
it could be my end because I have been messing around with some settings and stuff here, just trying to
all right.
remember where all the stuff is in the folder. I mean, there was a what was that file that I edited? Give me a minute here. You carry on. I'll see if we can get this sorted.
No rush. In the meantime, if you want to try to help us, server name is actually called Hypertext Hero. Okay. Password is good. All lowercase. And this is just running from my computer. Test quote mission with easy mission generator flying Stukas. Okay. Clear quantity limit. I'll put I don't know, 4 players or something. Okay, let's remove this one, and it is co-op aerodrome Stuka is the mission. And let's cross our fingers and start it up. Let's see what happens. If this doesn't work, we could find a training server of some sort and over there. Oh, cool, look at this. It gives us 2 flights. But wait a minute. Okay, we're in either BF-110s or BF-109s. Let's just get a BF-109. I did something wrong in the mission, I think. We'll just try to... Well, I mean, the main thing... Not anything still be interesting. That's fine, just to have fun. There's no expectation that we're going to... I mean, if you get a kill, whoa. We should be streaming it. Friday night flight this week, by the way. If you shoot down Sketch or the other server administrator, they will give you $50. Shout out to Sketch We remember his code name here. There it is, 5051. Go check out his channel, give him a follow. He's the one who runs that. So Friday night flights at Combat Box. If you look that up, you'll find information about it. And apparently they're gonna give $50 up to 100 whoever shoots them down. So you know, there is a point to learning how to fly these airplanes and stuff. At $50. Do you want to jump in here, Sheep? Are you still flying? I don't know how to. I'm not familiar with German planes at all, so this would be interesting. Here's a server info. Hypertext here was the name. Test squad mission with Easy Missionary flying Stukas, but no, it's flying BF-109 because I made a mistake there. And no chance to get in. Is it just like a black screen? So I open my ports. Let me check my IP configuration here to see if IP config, if it's still the same port. Yep, still the same IP version 4 address that have the ports open. I don't know what's going on.
Your external IP may be changed.
If that happens, what do I have to do? I have to restart the router or something?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know the deal with IL-2. I'm just going to try this one more time, and then I'm going to go look.
Okay, but maybe just hold on more. Let's just choose a server and go there, because Iceberg is also saying now it's loading and loading and loading. Okay, so it's something on my end. I think it's something to do with my computer. Let's just go back, leave server. All right, and let's go to a friendly a training server. Click on dogfight and multiplayer. All right, and let's I'm gonna filter by players, and then let's see one that has not many people around. Combat box training and dogfight. Maybe that one, but I want something that gives you outside views as well. And I think
combat box is a bit strict, yeah.
Yeah, I think a good one. There was this Wings of no, what was it called? Eagle, something Eagles up. And that one has one that gives you outside views, I believe. New Wings. There's
hey, we could do some World War I stuff.
I would yeah, I just got depressed flying the World War I because of all those grades there. So the landscape, and I'm just terrible. But we could not today, maybe for me personally, but I would definitely do it some other time.
Yeah, no problem.
1 second. Oh, here you go. Warbird Clash of Eagles Training Arena. Let's go to that one. Is WB, it's the last one right before Wings of Liberty, is WB Clash of Eagles Training Arena. So WB Clash of Eagles Training Arena. Let's try that one. I think this could be a good one.
Clash of Eagles Training Arena. Got it.
Copy that, Sheepa. Sorry about that. I don't know. It's probably something. I think it's something I'm doing wrong trying to host that here. I'm gonna have to ask like someone who knows more about it, like Sketch or something.
Big thanks to Iceberg and Shepherd just for confirming it wasn't a problem with my end.
Yeah.
That was
good of
them to check that out.
Huge thanks to Sheepa and to Iceberg for helping us. And it is frustrating that if it crashes, you have to restart. That's annoying, but you know, I don't know what to do about that. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Warbird Clash of Eagles Training Arena. I'm just gonna join. And we have a couple of brand new players here in IL-2, Sheepa and Iceberg. Got second and third place in the landing rate leaderboard for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and they earned themselves a copy of IL-2 Sturmovik.
Yeah, I'm on the server.
Awesome. If it gets outside views, even better. If not, we'll just go in. This is like a hard birth. The game, the interface and the game is a little clunky. It can be a little clunky, okay, but it's I I hope they do a second pass on the interface, especially the control setup at some point. You gotta get that sorted out, but... Oh, Chris, I wouldn't know.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm reading the blurb. It sounds a lot like how warbirds used to work. Close the airfield by destroying all the hard targets, and then drop at least 8 paras before the field is repaired.
Yeah, these guys, they have a Discord. They used to play warbirds, and they are trying to recreate that experience in IL-2 apparently.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, they just launched like I think a couple of months ago. So they're doing work, and there's a realism one, and there's a main one, and this I guess is the training one.
Okay, I see you guys are on the server as well.
I don't know where to click. Do I have to click on?
It's not letting me click on an airfield right now.
There's no airfield that I seem to be able to click on. Maybe it's server's closed. Spectate. Can only be gunner. Yeah, what the heck? Alright. Alright, let's leave this one. Let's go to the main, to WB Clash of Egos main arena. Let's see if that one works. Maybe the training one is only open for their squadron or something. I never tried it before. 1 second, I have to talk to my Kepler. I'll go in dogfight. And I'll write it down here. Let's try... Let's try...
So main arena or realism arena?
Let's try main arena.
Okay.
Clash of Egos. Main arena. Alright. Water with lemon here. 1 second, I have to just talk to my cat.
Okay, that's more like it. So I can see we have German airfields and we have UK airfields.
Copy that,
Small
sheepa.
and medium.
Meow, meow, meow. No dog fighting the cat, no. That's our kind of fighting each other a little bit, brother and sister. Yes, saying please wait for me. And again, I don't see any... Oh, no, here you go, now load it. Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Do you want to be Germans? Do you want to try to Stuka somewhere?
Oh, I'm cool with flying German.
Let's go bottom. Sorry, go ahead.
Which field?
Bottom right one, F20 SM maybe.
Okay.
There's Stukas there, yep. Yeah.
This could be interesting.
I'm gonna put these big 37mm gun pods under mine.
Yeah.
I think
I'm going to do the same. So only 20.
Oh.
You only get 24 shots with those, though.
But you still... oh. Do you lose the cannons? Or you still have the cannons? They're just an addition. I wonder... Alright, let's... Machine gun pods... Additional armor plate... I'm just gonna put them on. I think you still keep the machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find it. I guess I'll find out. I'll give myself this Italian one maybe. Oh no, this Aruner kind of looks. All right, accept. All right, bottom right field F20. That's what we're going to. Yeah, click on the airfield. Bottom right one F20. That's where we'll take off from. Maybe we can go west and try to do some damage to that F-19 field, which is an allied field I call it near Bonn there. Click start. That was a solid Pikachu. Achoo, Pikachu. All right. And yay, we have outside views. There's Iceberg for all. He's in a HE-111. If you want to hide the HUD, you can press H to hide the stuff. Here's Mort. Whoa,
Hey.
hi Tusa. And there's Sheepa, just like it was born out of thin air. Alright, look at this, dude. This is awesome.
No, is that a K4? Nice.
Alright, this is a screenshot here. Everyone at the stream together here. This is pretty cool. Let me try to get an angle here. I think it'll be this angle. There you go. There's a screenshot. Nice. All right. You press E to turn on the engine, and you have to put probably RP. I don't know about the German fighters. I think they're easier to use because I think a lot of the engine management is automatic. But I have very little experience flying these planes, so I just don't know. Well, I guess we'll try to take off and get information to start. Where's the runway on this thing? Is this thing the runway? I think it's just in the middle there. Where's the windsock? Let's see. Zero wind. Oh, here you go. The windsock here? No, no windsock. Someone can see it in windsock from the direction of the wind. Please proceed. I think I'm gonna taxi up and to the left and then point to the right and try to take off. Here goes Mort.
Okay.
Here I go. This is pretty cool. Iceberg's firing up his HE-111. Oh, a little bit of fire coming out of the other engine.
So it looks like it's got a takeoff setting for the flaps.
Yeah. All right.
Just be aware.
Okay, it says flat takeoff for me. Okay. Alright, I'm moving. Worn out patch, no markings. Big field looked like worn out patch. Yeah. That worn out patch up there, right? Hypertext, you're flying a German airplane. Kind of rare to see this, but great fun to be flying with three friends of the stream here. We have Mort and another Stuka. We have Sheepa up there somewhere with a BF-110, or where do you go?
Yeah, that's the taxiway I'm crossing now.
Back there. An Iceberg here of HE-111. Okay, yeah, that's a taxiway. I'm gonna go to this. Do you think you're gonna go to the right side or to the left side?
I'm struggling to turn this thing. Oh, it's going. It's going.
All right.
I'm going left. I think the runway's somewhere over here.
Sheepa, don't forget your RPM if you're having trouble moving, or maybe there's you have to hit the brakes or something. I don't know if the BF-109 you have to control RPM or not.
No, it's got a automatic governor.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to turn to the right, and I'm just going to go for it because
Go for it. All right.
it's grass anyway. So
yeah, it's true. I'll go with you. Iceberg's gonna go there. Okay, Sheepa's moving now. Já vai, Apollo Cowboy.
this does not want to turn right at all.
Maybe unlock tail wheel. I think with Control G, if I remember right.
Ah, there we go. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, if your tail wheel is
I have
locked,
got it. I've got it bound. There we go.
oh, I unlocked mine and now I went for a little spin. Okay. And earlier on we had a tutorial about, taking off single player there. Now we're getting together with some people in the stream and we're gonna try to take off right here. Look at that grass. Opa! A bit of a dance here. Oh, there goes Shipa! He's off! An applause,
Come
Shipa
on.
took off.
Okay, tails up.
Shipa's off.
Go shipper.
Where's Iceberg? Iceberg's right here. A big bomb over that HE-111. Alright, here I go.
Well, that was a really, really long runway takeoff run, but
Really?
we're getting there.
I'm having trouble now keeping forward. Let me lock tail wheel. Locking tail wheel. Alright. Oh! And I locked it and it spun around. Wow, this thing likes to dance. Unlock the tail wheel again. Lock the tail wheel. Full power. Iceberg is also dancing out there. A dance of World War II. Oh, the ship of the low pass, dude. Across the road, wow, Chris. Here we go.
God, this thing is wobbling all over the place. I'm at full chat, and I'm struggling to climb.
It must be these big gun pods we put on them. Oh!
Yeah.
Shipper went down.
Oh, bad luck, shipper.
That's awesome. They took off and he did a low pass. They are tricky airplanes. Where I'm off. Well, oh, I almost narrowly missed these guys manning like a light or a gun turret or something. Yeah, this is a fun plane to fly, this Stuka. These gun pods weigh a ton. I'm having trouble climbing.
Yeah, I'm having the same.
They must weigh a lot of... They must really weigh the plane down. Flaps, I'm gonna retract them. I'm gonna try to put the nose down a bit and try to gain some speed and try to climb a little bit. The Iceberg Take Off. Still on the ground, I think. I'm gonna try to turn back. Wow, this thing is heavy. I don't think I have machine guns. Just this thing. Wow, that thing went out of control fast. Yeah, these planes, they're very, they can be very, twitchy. Iceberg spinning around there with the HE-111. I've never actually flown that plane in this game. Maybe try locking tail wheel or maybe rudders. I just noticed there's a hole in your floor. Yep, that's I think in the airplane is like that. Here's Shipa firing up. There's Iceberg.
Test.
Hey Shipa, how are you, man?
Hey, man.
Hey. Hope I'm doing good. So far, suicide. But let's go. Second run.
Copy that.
Fire up this puppy.
Alright.
Difficult.
It's a difficult one. It's harder than Microsoft Flight Simulator to fly the airplane than this.
Oh, there was a plane here. I couldn't see him.
I saw that from here. Oh, bad luck, guys.
Did you hit Iceberg?
Yeah, I could not see him.
That's why with the tail draggers you S turn when you put your hand out the window.
How do you put your head out the window?
With track IR, you just lean over. If you don't have track IR, I don't remember, but I think translate is like out and 4, 6, 8, and those numbers on the key. But I don't know. You have to go to view controls and see. You can, if you don't have track IR, you can use these translation keys that will move your left, right, and all that stuff.
It won't look straight out. I'll have to use the mouse to roll my
Nice
head. No,
friendly
that's impossible. I
fire.
can't push all these buttons.
No, these are not clickable cockpit. All you can do is, oh, you mean like you're talking about to move that around? Yeah.
I fly and then put my head out and then use the mouse. That's impossible. I don't have enough fingers.
No, it's complicated. For a long time, I flew this with mouse to look around, and it's tricky. But I usually, before I had track IR, I used to map the translation view to like move around in the cockpit to the number pad key. So 4 will move you to the left, 6 will move you to the right, 8 will move you up, 2 will move you down, 5 will move you forward, and I think 0 will move you back. That's how I had set up before I had track IR. Valkyrie says, thought I heard you said out F4, maybe think, no, it doesn't sound like a great idea. Yeah, the old, joke of the out F4 to quit the application. But it would be fun to do some transport, some flight missions of this for sure, of a wing. Get to know an airplane or two well.
Is there anyone on? Is there anyone out there?
Is there anybody out there?
There's another plane next to me. Oh no, that looks like someone. Oh, I can. Oh, somebody's starting next to me. I guess that's.
Hey, bingo.
Is that Iceberg?
Probably Iceberg. Where are you, Mort?
Oh,
are you headed to target, or
lifting
you're
off.
circling around?
I am.
Up
Here.
here. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah, that's Iceberg.
Let's wait for these guys. And but I think there's no machine guns unless I have to map it. Oh, nice! You're right below me. Awesome. Awesome. All right.
What's gear again? Gear?
G.
Gear.
G.
Landing gear up. Okay, here we go.
Nice. You're up. Nice. All right. Who's in the lead? Is it Iceberg?
Yes.
All right. Let's just head west. Or find some targets. On the right of your screen, if it's showing red or yellow, lower your throttle a bit so you don't overheat the engine until it says first engine continuous mode. Because if you leave it on max engine power all the time, most of these airplanes the engine will stop running after a while. Alright, I'm gonna head to 270. Whoa, there's Iceberg. Awesome.
Guesstimating course. As in this way, I guess.
If you press H, if you don't see on the bottom left of your screen a compass, if you press H it should appear, and 270 should be west. Still same planet, I think, so let's head to 270 and see if we find some targets. I'm gonna follow Mort, he'll be the flight leader for this one.
No pressure then.
No pressure at all.
Okay, I'm vaguely heading 270.
Copy that. Oh, Iceberg's going for the shot! Oh, he's just forming up on my wing here.
Copy that, 270.
This is awesome.
Oh, I see you all. There you
Yes.
are, hello.
If we're close enough, you'll see our names. If you're far, you'll see the First just the dot and the distance, then the type of airplane, and once you get close, you see the name.
Pretty far off. I'm ahead somewhere.
Close my window so you go a little faster.
It seems to want about 50% rudder trim to go level.
Copy
The
that.
Stuka. Maybe 60. I don't know.
All right.
Whoa, we've been shot at.
It might be Iceberg doing passes.
Wow, that is nice. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Whoa,
the tracers
whoa.
are really cool in this.
Apparently that's the gun. Okay, I found the gun.
Right.
Combat mode engaged. Okay then.
If you press O, that's the big map. Since we're not playing super realistic, it'll show us the position on the map there. You can use the mouse to zoom in and out. Flying with Iceberg, Sheepa, and Mort here. We are in the Clash of Eagles main arena. We're flying German, 2 Stukas, a BF-10, and 2 BF-109s right now.
That looks so cool.
Gotta catch up with these guys.
Do you want me to slow down a little bit?
Do not know where you are though.
I'm good. I'm behind you guys. I'm on my way.
Yeah, we're behind you because we're flying real slow. About 250 kilometers an hour, I guess. This is all in German.
There's Sheepa. Here comes Iceberg to the fast pass. No roll trimmer on the Stuka, just yaw it seems.
Shit! Oh shit! Ah!
Uh-oh.
Oh, what happened? It went down.
Yeah, I went down.
It takes getting used to these planes. If you get too fast in many of these planes, you won't be able to pull out. You have to map trim. You have to use those little trim tabs to pull out. I usually map it to a hat switch. You press down on the hat switch, the nose goes up. You press because otherwise the main control surface it'll be compressed. You won't be able to move it.
Okay.
So that if you go to controls and then plane controls, and you find elevator trim, all the trim ones. I usually map elevator, not all planes have aileron trim, but elevator and rudder, most of them do.
Yeah, I have I have the T16000, so there's a lot of buttons I can map for that. I guess
Yeah.
the to the left with my pinky I can use it to trim. Yes, that's-
Iceberg taking little shots here. We could do some dog fights. That would be so fun.
Oh, I still need to map everything on this thing, so I have no control or skill in this. Rudder trim axis. Okay. The trim switch. The trim switch left and
So
right.
cool.
Do not understand this one. Okay.
Yeah, trim nose down. I would put up the hatch switch up. Trim nose up. I would put hat switch down. I think it's called elevator trim in IL-2. And then yaw trim, like a rudder trim. I would put left and right on the same hat. Where did Mort go?
Oh, you mean? Oh.
We could do
Okay,
some
I can
dogfights.
do-
That'll be fun.
Accept, and then rudder trim switch right. Accept, and then elevator trim switch up.
Did we lose Mort, or he's way ahead now?
Down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out where I am on the map, but
Switch
I
down.
think you're to our left, Mort.
Up.
Oh, I see you. Yeah, you're there. I'm gonna come and form up on you.
Okay. So many buttons.
Yeah, if you're playing, want to come try to shoot us down? We're in the WB Clash of Eagles main arena server right now. We're flying for the Axis. There's Mort.
Wow, we're not even halfway to the enemy airfield.
Yeah, it's quite a ways, huh? Next time we'll start a little bit closer. And Sheepa, also, if you go to views, try to zoom in, try to map a zoom in slow and zoom out slow, or zoom in, zoom out to another hat switch. That's an important one too, so you can do stuff like this. You can zoom in and zoom out.
Oh, I'm gonna put that on my pinky. That would be better, I guess. And then have the one on my main joystick to control the trim.
Yeah,
and that sort of shit.
When I had like a flight stick without too many buttons, I used to put the trim on the up and down arrows.
Yeah, I have a little joystick on the joystick.
Alright.
It's not really a joystick. It's I don't know. I don't know what it's for. I don't know what it's called. But you can put your thumb on it, and then when I put it up, it goes down. It trims
Alright.
down. When I push it down, it trims up. Left is left. Right is right. Whatever. I don't know.
Alright, Javai Apollo, come down.
Camera controls.
I'm gonna have to take a break and feed my cats in a bit, but I'll keep going for a while longer. I might have to land and feed my cats and take off again somewhere. They're becoming real pests here. Let's try to attack that Allied airfield first. F-19, directly west, 270.
Is that something about the camera or something, or zoom, or?
If Control R, you can record flight in this. On the top right, so something will come up. I don't think there's particular controls for gun cameras in these planes.
Oh, oh shit. Cancel.
Vai gatto.
Steps.
That's a nice plane. I like the Stuka. How do you open that thing in the... Oh, is that when the gear is down? No, the gear is down because it's like the BN2. It's an attached gear. I don't know if there's a Shift F or Control Alt F. No, Alt F is that thing.
You in multiplayer, can you be a gunner in somebody else's plane?
I think you can actually, yeah.
That'd be cool.
No, if you're just chill, you don't want to, you just want to hang out and not have to worry about flying the airplane. That's a nice thing to do. All right, I see that river up ahead. We're gonna pass by Bonn, and there's a factory there. I think that's our factory, but right past that, there's a F-19 Allied airfield, and try to take out the defenses, or just take out as much as we can. Aspetta gatto. The quick check.
Alright. Get this puppy up in the air. Again.
Funny that I think the Stuka with the big guns doesn't have the machine guns. Is that right? It doesn't have like little machine guns on it.
I honestly don't know.
I haven't been able to fire the machine guns, so
maybe it's a weight thing. Oh shh!
Yeah.
Oops.
You're stalling out?
No, that's embarrassing. I just mapped a key to the view map, and apparently that's also my bailout button. So,
No
my
worries.
Stuka is still flying pretty well trimmed up.
Oh, it just jumped out? Okay. Let me try to approach it. An applause. That is awesome.
And I've climbed for flipping 15 minutes. It's going to take me a week to parachute down.
Dude, I'm gonna have
This
to.
is so bad.
I'm soon gonna have to like call it a stream though, because I have to feed my cats. But there goes more Stuka. I know it's pretty common mistake. He's like, oh, should I tie my shoes? Should I jump out the window? That's the kind of mistake I would always do.
Oh,
Where'd the
guys,
plane
I'm
go?
sorry about that. I mean,
No worries.
I'm going to go back to the airfield and take off in something faster.
Oh, I see an enemy airplane there. Is that Iceberg? I think that's Iceberg. But I'll be back a little later. But I'm gonna take a break now and feed the cats and do a couple of other things. But first, I am going to attack this airfield. If I can see it.
What would be faster than a...
Is that an ME-262? I feel.
I don't have a 262.
Oh, okay.
Take a JU-88. They were pretty quick, right? Take a JU-88. Never flown one before.
Comes
What could possibly
Iceberg.
go wrong?
Fast pass. Oh, he's shooting! Alright,
Iceberg
let's do
for
it.
all incurs a penalty for firing on a friendly.
Hey, I have bigger guns than you, huh? Stand by.
Alright, well, if there's going to be shooting, I'm taking a fighter.
Man, I don't have machine guns and I only have like 3 rounds of this thing, I think. And the Germans started fighting among each other. Oh,
Civil War.
Nothing civil about war anyway, right?
yeah. Oh! Oh! Is he gonna pull out of that? Oh, he just barely pulled out. Okay. Oh! Could get in the gunner in the back, but oh, lost my wing. They both smashed down. All right, people, it is 4:22 here. I will be back later, but thanks so much for joining. If you want to see how I mapped controls, we don't need any enemy, no.
We need a remap on this.
Yeah. Yeah, I remapped a bunch of stuff. This is how I used to have it. I have a little difference now. Here's another thing. Here's the default mappings. This is useful. Here's the IL-2 flight manual I was talking about before. I'm putting all these links on chat. Here's the cockpit photo as a checklist. I'm gonna add all these links to that first link I put there, the IL-2 flight joy, so that later, so that. And here's like flight school campaigns. These are very helpful to learn to fly. Here's controls for every airplane. Don't fight it, embrace it. And here's the mission generator I was using before, not the Pat Wilson, but the other one. But thanks so much for joining me for this flight, Mort, Chipa, and Iceberg.
Been a pleasure.
And excited to do this again more often.
Yeah, for sure.
Eventually, I'll get hang of this, and then have everything mapped. Because
For sure, for sure. It takes a while. Krilikov, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Houston, we had a problem for sure. Yeah, we could practice some dogfighting. We could do a campaign and we could P versus C. We could go and if you want, one day we can go all together in the finish one, the full real ones, and try to cause some damage there. Because flying with wingmen is always so much more fun and so a lot of fun. All right. Okay, let's see who's out there. Anybody streaming that I should do? I love IL-2, hope to see more. Oh yeah, there'll be IL-2 pretty much almost every day of the week here. Kulikov, I love the game too. I've been playing since the very first version back in 2001. Oh, Wolfpack is out there. There's only one out there, so let's go say hi to Wolfpack, alright? Thank you so much for the follow. I will be back probably later with Fallout 4 and tomorrow with IL-2 and Microsoft Flight Simulator. More Sheepa and Iceberg, thanks so much for joining. I will see you soon.
Yeah, take care. Cheers.
All right, peace out.
Here.
Cheers, Sheepa. Cheers out. Peace out. Rating.